Hello, Reshaper, fantastic. In today's stream, I want to share with you how to change your life radically. First of all, I want to apologize that I am a little bit late. I had a little accident. I went to the post office, bring out a letter, and then when I come back, I have seen a man who is lying on the street with a bicycle, and I didn't have my mobile phone. My mobile phone was charging at home. And what happened is I called other people to call the ambulance. People had called the ambulance and everything is fine. This guy, the man can actually stand up. I mean, he was like 93 years or something like that. So yeah, really small story why I'm a little late. However, today I want you to share actually how to change your life really rapidly. And you can do it really fast because you can do changes fast. It is just in a less than a second. Okay, you can do it really quick. So the thing is, you know already that our perception is actually like our five senses are influence our perception. You know right? And the thing is, when you just change, when you have like an occasion there and you feel like, hey, it's really bad about it, and well, in this way, where your occasion, when you just change two things, how many things do? The chronology and the syntax. Just these two things. What will happen is it will change your experience. And you can do it through affirmations so often. And by the way, body movement activates an oven that brings us a certain patterns. It is like if we move our body a certain way, then we feel more happier, especially when we do it like we go into the state exercise and so on. We feel really better in this kind of situations. And when we do so, we will change our state. When we change our state, we will change our patterns that we have. And by the way, you can also watch my video right now on YouTube. It's in 4K. Just go on pogodora and you will see myself there also. Okay, that's all better. So you can a little bit see my Japanese flag. Like this. Maybe I have to go like this. Okay, I have to go like this. Okay. It's basically what you can do. Maybe like this. Okay. And that's the one thing. Hi, thank you for watching. Mahar Umair, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. So, what we should do additionally to employ we should employ a new tool to achieve a goal. And the thing is, this tool has one thing. It has to have something like it has made you to act it has done before. For example, you want to achieve a goal, and when what you want to do, you don't want to play the chasing game. When you play the chasing game, you end up being the chaser, and the chaser never gets what he wants, right? Is it true or true? So what you want to do is you want to get the getter, you want to get the catcher, you want to catch the thing. You don't want to chase it, you want to catch it. And the thing is, and this is why you should use tools like imaginary tools, like things like affirmations, meditations, hypnosis, and so forth, where you can and start off from the point that you already have it, and then you calculate down what you've done to get there. And those tools should be not projected on the past, on the future, but only on the present, because the only way how you can change your whole life is through being present. If you are not present through all these exercises, or when you don't focus on presence, when you focus on past, when you focus on future, what will happen is everything is just in future, everything is just in the past, but it's not here. The thing is, you want to have it here. You want to manifest it here right now. This is why you have to be here and right now, because the only thing you can control your future is just being here right now and acting from here and not from past and not from future. Really important aspect. Our focus are not only in our deeds but also our thoughts and emotions. Really important. When you think, hey, I'm doing the things right now, and the thing is, you can be right now physically, and you can do things like right now physically. But the thing is, if you're emotionally not there, and when your thoughts are not there, what will happen is you are not here. full stop. And however, if you focus emotionally, even when we don't do it right now, but when you focus emotionally and also through our emotions and through our thoughts, one thing, we can manifest this thing on the astral plane already. And when it's already manifests on the astral plane, it's just a matter of time that when you apply action, then you get actually what you want. So the thing is, it is not just our action that actually creates things, but everything that was created starts with a thought, starts with an idea, and has been started with some emotions. Now, where your focus goes, energy flows. You already know it. But you are also creating things through thinking, not just to think, as I said just before. Okay, human beings are actually the only beings who can control it, who can control the emotions, who can control the thoughts. Other animals are not really capable of it. They can kind of do it through their own instincts, but it's not really control how human beings can do it consciously. It is not based on instincts, but it's based on rational things. It is rational thinking. Okay? So, let me ask yourself, I mean, you know that happiness cannot be cheap. Isn't it cheap or not? No. Happiness cannot be cheap, right? And what I'm asking you is, what's your own price of happiness? What's your own price of happiness? What does it mean to be happy? What is happiness for you? The fulfillment, the happiness to you? What is it? And the thing is, for many people, it can be money, it can be like having family, it can be a house, financial freedom, and so on. Everything is fine. But what's yours? I don't want to play copycat. I don't want you play copycat. Be yourself and ask yourself, what's your price? And the first answer you'll get from intuition is actually what it is. Now, the next question is, what are you willing to give to have it? What are you willing to give? What are you willing to sacrifice to get it? I don't want to use the word sacrifice because it's already have kind of bad connotation. What are you willing to give? Really important thing. Because you cannot get anything if you're not willing to give something. Now, most people are writing their thoughts, but not their lives. Their lives in stagnation. They're not growing. They're stagnating. And when you're growing, what happens? You are dying. So what you should do is, you should run your life and not your thoughts. And when your thoughts somewhere in the future, bring them back to now and be now. Even right now, you're playing freaking World of Warcraft or something like that. Just do it. Say, I'm doing right now. It's not about what you do. It's what about what kind of intention you have to do something. I already told you. It's not about what. It's all about the intentions, the why. And when you have the right intention, with anything you do, you will get what you want. Also, create an identity that has desire, that has your desires, patterns, and results already. As I said before, you don't want to be the identity of chaser. You don't want to chase anything. If you start to be a chaser, what will happen? You will never get it. You want to have the identity of a getter, of a catcher. You want to have it already. You have already obtained it. And if you start to think so, from this kind of stand-off point that you already get it, you don't want to chase it because you know it's here and it's already here, and even might not be here. This might not be here. The discrepancy becomes smaller and smaller till this becomes here. If you know what I mean. Know what I'm saying? Also, remember back, what was the time for you? You have given the best, you were super motivated to achieve one goal. For myself, it was, for example, learning Japanese. More than 10 years, I was just pushing forward every single day. I was just like 10, 15, 16 years a day, 16 hours a day. I was just studying Japanese through anime, through reading, through writing and stuff like that, through speaking to myself and other stuff. And if you ask my friends back in the days, what I have heard in my car, it was like Arashi, it was like Gakt, it was like other components like Funky Monkey Babies and stuff like that. Like Japanese components, Japanese artists. If you ask myself what I read back in the days, I never read English, I never read German, I never read Russian. What I read was like Nikkei, it was like Natsumi Soseki, it was like other things. Of course, I started like Detective Conan and stuff like that, like mangas, but then I swapped over pretty fast to Nikkei, first of all to Asahi Shimbun, and then to Nikkei, and so forth. I read just this kind of stuff because I was obsessed with it to learn Japanese. I was obsessed with it, literally. I was like, dude, I don't care if I get like 2 hours of sleep a day. I just push through because I want to have it. I want to know this language. This is how much passionate I was. Now, this is how you can grasp it. So you have also to remember yourself. When was the time you have been like, you do everything for it, literally. Remember those times. And I don't want to be in this time there. I want just to remember, write the things down. And now I want you emotionally reproject the same thing to this goal that you have right now in front of your eyes. When you have written down all these emotions, if you have written down all these feelings, all the thoughts that you have back in the days when you pushed forward and did your best every single day, well, what will happen is, when you project it to now and do it right now, then you will move forward. Then you will move the needle. Otherwise, you will just emotionally, everything is fine. But the thing is, first you start with your emotion, and then you start with your motion, and then you start with the true action. But you don't want to use a thing of back calculation just to be in the past or be in the future. No, you don't want to have it. Be now. If you don't right now, you don't have control about your life. Simply, you just pass by. And I don't care what you do, really. I don't care what you do right now. It is just about your intention. Your intention, what you do. Okay? For whom is it? Is it for myself, for my sake? It's for someone else. See those things. And when you start to see more things that are more about other people, they are more ethnocentric, not egocentric, then you start to change. Then your life starts to change really quick. And you can do it in really small seconds. You just have to write those things down, see those things, and project those things in your mind. And start off small, do small steps. If you want to become a YouTuber, first of all, make a YouTube channel. You can do it in 2 minutes. If you don't know how, go on YouTube to see how to do a YouTube channel. Everyone was telling you. Easy peasy. As Elon Musk said, universities and colleges are not for learning. Now someone for you guys becomes pretty upset, don't you? Because everything you want to learn, you can get it for free right now. literally. Everything you want to learn, you can get for free. But the thing is, if you want to go for college, college for those people who have no clue what you want to do, or who just don't want to work right now. Let's be honest. And all things that are taught actually in college, speaking of economics, nobody's talking about social media there. Maybe a little bit, but nobody is talking about it's right now crushing everything. All the stuff that are taught there mostly are like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 100 years ago. It's not a history lesson in a subject you might like. Do you need it? The thing is, we are not really learning in colleges. We're just bombarding our brains with some bullshit that we never use. And like 90% of the thing that you are learning in college, you never use. Let's be honest. Maybe 10% you will use. Maybe even less. But most of the things, you have to learn yourself. So what's the point of being there? And I don't want to discourage to go for a college if you have the dream to be in Oxford. Be in Oxford. If you have the goal to be in Howard, go to Howard. To Todai, go to Todai. I don't care. But the thing is, do you really believe you learn something? Of course, you learn something being around other people and stuff like that, but couldn't you learn it yourself with these capabilities that you have right now? Do you need a tutor? Some people need a tutor, for sure. Some people cannot without it, but some people can. Especially for those Americans who are paying like thousands of dollars and they're like in debts, in 5-6 figures debts. Do you really need it? That's my question to you. Now, Rishabha, I hope you have an awesome day. And yeah, I just want to make a shout out to Mahir Umari. Thank you for watching. Comment in the comments box, let me know something the big support. So, do not let yourself to passion now. See you tomorrow.